So what if I just do that? This could be dreadful. One note comping. I'm so bad at this. There's another squeak there! What? Squeaking everywhere! I think I'm... Wait a minute. What am I doing? Am I being stupid? The likelihood is very great. This is my current state. Stupidity is probably my strongest asset. And it's just delirium. Okay, let's see if I can get rid of the mouse. Is the mouse gone? Hooray! Shoot. There we go. Elgar's violin concerto there. I think he's been dead for long enough. I'll be alright. Actually, maybe he hasn't. I shouldn't say that. Cut it out. Well, I know we're okay because Elgar would do the C sharp, but I didn't. Very nice. Very nice. Still something fruity going on here. I think that's all it's doing. Oh, come on, Lewis, that's rubbish. The mouse is back. The mouse is back. The mouse is back. What am I doing? The brain's gone. That's fine. I'm going mad. I'm getting somewhere. What time is it? Oh my word. 10:53. And the clock be ticking.
And how long have you been awake, Tom?
36 hours.
36 hours.
36, and I'm going kind of crazy. But that's okay, cause it's nearly over. Oh, it's this time where I get super slow and I go to like caveman programming mode. No man like, yeah, okay, we'll do this. I'm like, move that to there. Put that on an E. But you know, it'll all get done. And if it doesn't, I'll get fired.
Well, if this is airing, then you probably got done.
right, totally.
So if people are watching this right now, then you got done and succeeded.
You know, who knows if, you know, there's any more to come after this. If there's a season 3. We're gonna chop. I think we're good. I feel. Now, how do I do this without reprinting stuff? I guess I shouldn't be lazy and I should just reprint it. I have to, because it's like, this doesn't go through a mix room, I mix it all. What I tend to do is, because I get, well, all my instruments are on external machines, so therefore I can't add plugins or do what I want to them in MIDI form, so then I have to print them and then mix it that way. So when you make a mistake, it's really annoying because you have to reprint stuff. But that's okay. All for the greater good. All for the greater good. So what I'll do is I'll do that. I don't know. Remember if I printed that with that. See, my brain is fully gone. I'm plunging into madness. If I'm not already there. Okay. Emotion is cooking. I need to. Okay, the EQ must begin. The magic must happen. Alright. So, what's already got reverb on it? Well, it's one step closer. Bring up a compressor. Do my usual tricks. Woo! Get rid of all that mouseness. The mice, infiltrating mice. There they are. After the cheese. Go away! Maybe taking a little bit too much out. Let some of the mice back in. That's nice. Puppies! Hi guys! Hi Squibbies! Hi Squibbies! Hi! Hi! Alright. I'm so close, I'm so close! What is bothering me at that moment? Something is bothering me. You were muted.
What was bothering you?
I wondered why there was no impact when the slow-mo happens. It's because I muted the bass. Like an idiot. I don't know how that happened.
I muted it.
You did?
No. It's like, I've never done sabotage before. So.
It's always the first.
Don't start now, Danny!
I muted the bass.
I look around, it looked like you're eating dog food. I'm having rice and kibble. Yeah, Danny has also not slept. Well, he slept more than me, which, you know, I don't know if that's the wrong way around because, you know, assistant poser, it should be...
Oh no, I had a great night's sleep. You know, she can snooze in my bed. Got a nice shower.
Alright. Pipe down. Back there. Number 2. It's probably like 59 by this point. How do I do that? How does one make it not sound rubbish? Constant battle. You know, now we're doing the solo instruments.
Yeah.
I had the solo violin giving it some welly, and then it drops down to the solo horn without the strings in until the da 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 dee, which kind of it sort of lets the air out of the bag a little bit. However, what I can do is pull down. Where are my strings on? So what I can do is I can keep those strings in there, in short.
But just bring them down.
Bring them down so I can feature the horn.
And you know what that does? It brings down the whole cue. So it fulfills the note.
You know, I'm just here to please. It's my job. That's what I do best. Which means I didn't send anything there. Which is utter rubbish.
What we're going to want to do is send something there.
I got goosebumps. So super narcissistic, getting goosebumps from your own music, but it worked. Often that's.
Wait a minute. Did you even write that in?
Yeah. No, not on. There's nothing going to that boss. That's just going to. Oh, wait a minute. No. What? I'm so confused. That is going to a string boss, but I did it on the... Okay, this is just... It's all gone wrong. I've lost the plot. Everything's gone wrong. What is going on here? This is terrible TV.
This is what the people want, Dom.
Well, I don't think they do. Who is this babbling idiot that has no idea what he's doing? No, but seriously, what is going on there? And why is that... Why can I not delete that? Why can't I not... Oh, hang on a minute. Because I'm being a total... I tell you, my brain is so gone. Everything is so slow.
With the computer?
With me.
Oh.
I'm like a... It's like I've never done this before. Total blagger. Okay, so...
I'm getting you a coffee.
I would love one.
Fresh cup.
I would love one.
Of course, you want a cup?
Yeah, sure.
Blonde or regular?
They're both terrible. Not bad. Not bad for a tired little boy from England. Not bad. At this point, I just don't know. But I think it's good.
I think that's good too.
Okay, good.
I'm the fresh ears here. So.
Good. Well, yeah, at this point, we need him around here. I can do better than that. That is pants. That's just like... The world's most boring horn player just played that. You see if I can better that. Dear oh dear. Try again, Dom. That's not going to be loud enough. Do it solo. Not realistic. See, this is the troubles of a, not the dogs, but the troubles of a modern day film composer. Trying to make stuff sound real. All day, every day. At once, come on. Is that is a legato sample. Nailed it! I'd like to see what I look like when I program. Probably like a total idiot.
You'll get to see.
I can feel myself doing it when I'm in it. It's like, probably look like a total like, what is he doing? He's in pain.
You're feeling the music.
A lot of the time I am in pain going, oh, this is terrible. Guys, seriously, you never do this. Why now? Play it up for the camera. They're such, really, I mean, I'm not just making this up. They're such good studio dogs. They just sleep all day. And now they're like, you know what? It's my time to shine.
Midnight wrestling match.
Yeah. Honestly, they're never like this here. They do this at home.
Yeah.
Guys! She just punches him in the face. Guys! Hey! Stop it. Scribbles, come here. Just chill. Good boy. Be quiet. They'll start up straight away.
What is this?
I think that's better. I took it down like 5 dB.
Thomas?
I'm a little flat on that.
I won't tell them. That's between
Expose my own cello playing now. Look at that. All over the gaff. Let's tune me, because I can make myself sound great.
What is...
Oh, I don't want dialogue. Just be quiet, Helen, for 1 second. Nice sound, it's just a bit out of tune. What is it? I can't tell whether it's me or... That's flat. Look at this, I'm exposing all of this. People sitting there going, oh, Tom is so good at the cello. I'm not. I have a computer. And it really helps. I mean, I have a nice sound, but that's literally it. The wonders of comping and all sorts of tuning and lovely things. There's a time where Hans thought I was good at the cello, I think. I've told you before, right, that my dad's not a famous cellist, but was in a famous quartet.
Yeah.
He does all the sessions in London and blah blah blah. So
But
I think Hans just thought it came with the territory that I was good at the cello. So he got me in to do a couple of things, and he must have been like, maybe he's having an off day. I think now he's finally learned that.
So you don't get the callbacks now?
If I'm playing my own stuff, I can get by and it actually sounds pretty cool. I mean, a little bit tweaking in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the last thing I did was a couple of like drones and pitsy things for Freeheld. And now Tina gets the call. And I'm glad about it because she's amazing.
She is, yeah.
And I've never pretended to be good at the cello. And maybe when I was like 16, I thought I was good. But
I was good in Spooks? You played it in Spooks?
I did, but it's a different kind of thing.
Yeah.
Spooks is, you know, it's all rough and ready and
Yeah. I mean,
gritty
you
and
really,
like poppy. And that kind of stuff I'm good at. And I'm good at like long, you know, saccharine melodies. Self-indulgent, typical me. But as soon as I have to get to like... I had to... the guy who plays violin for me, his dad plays cello as well, and he was visiting and he came in and he did this really high part because I haven't done it since I was 12, 13.
Yeah.
I just can't do it anymore. I'm playing it and I can see Danny sitting here going, should we try another one? And in the end I just go, you know what, screw it, I'll do it. I'll do it in a different key, then I can play it. Work with what you got, right? Is it that one? That might sit better, a little flatter. This. Exposing. I don't think so. Just a little bit of EQ in there. Solo on top of the two horns, perhaps I'll get what I'm missing. But we never know these days. Okay, so and that's not playing because it's in my mind. It's slowly going. Guys, you know, blasting away. Don't need him anymore. Now, do I still feel like the wind is gone out of the sails once we get to that? Let's get a little bit of context. Throw it back. Oh dear, oh dear. Coffee's kicking in. That's mine, right?
Yes, that's yours.
Have you seen that Dave Grohl video? Fresh bar! It's amazing, I love it. Justin, fresh bar! It's gonna be me in a few hours. Daddy, fresh bar! Samples, man. You'd think that when you're doing samples you would fix the loop point. But these samples, which I shall demonstrate to you now, which are the bane of my existence, but they sound great, but they just take a bit of work. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? That's the solo. I don't want that one. So you can't go any longer than that. Oh, there we go. Hold on, there we go. Why? How is that any use to anyone? Sometimes it'd just be sewing it and you'll do it, and I'll be doing this process where I print stuff in order to mix it. And you're going through, you're like, why is it?
And it goes,
Why is it dipping out? So then I'm chopping, moving things. Just get your loop point sorted out, and I can't go into it and sort it out, otherwise I would.
Yeah.
But the sound of them when you're really, it's great.
Yeah.
Really good, but you just can't write long melodies because they'll go. Oh dear, oh dear. I think we're really close here.
So you're doing this for just one scene right now, and how many more scenes do you have left?
All of them. Well, they're all done.
Right. But your process is now to go through every scene for this episode?
So what I do is I will submit the episode to producers. They will give me notes. I will then do those revisions. Normally we have a bit longer, but because this episode is really long, because it's the last one, normally there's a little bit of back and forth, and there's been a little bit of back and forth on this because time is just, there is no time. I've got to deliver this in like 7 hours.
Wow.
So this is kind of my last go through, and then it is what it is.
And you're going to be working for the next 7 hours?
Hopefully not, because it needs to get printed to go to the dub. So Danny needs to do stems to send to the dub. So one of us will be, this room will be going for the next 7 hours, but I hope to get this wrapped up.
And get some sleep.
I go to bed. But, I mean, if you're going to stay up and work, this isn't work. Is it really? I mean, I get to write music.
Yeah.
For an amazing show. And, you know, I've got a lot of creative control over stuff. And so it's not like, it's annoying if you're tired. But that's literally it. I mean, I can't.
But that's why you have the coffee.
Right. I can't really complain. It's
coffee and chocolate.
Coffee and chocolate. Oh, yeah, more chocolate. This stuff is, it's my crack. I've just warned you. I've come and film some stuff. Okay. I haven't slept for a while. Could be kooky. Yeah. Well, I guess that's more fun, right?
No, of course. This is what happens at midnight in remote control productions.
Here we are. We're still standing. Sitting. There's the solo violin come in.
It's muted. Everything's muted.
Everything is muted. It's here.
It's there.
We have stars by stuff. Do I need to tune things? Probably, right? So, I'm not gonna bother with this amount. Just see what state this cue is in first. I just don't know at this point. After being up for so long, I have no idea. No close-ups, what are you doing? Just kidding. Is this the right version? Yes. Some end of the world chords right there. Too loud. I think it is. some real trumpet on this.
I like that though. I like the.
Yeah, I've kind of Bolero was a big inspiration for this,
No.
but it's like a super. I mean, Bolero's dark actually in itself, but I was going for just tip of the dark scale over. I think that's a bit loud. I think it's too loud. show you what's going on screen, but here there's like the huge Volkshalle, I think is how you say it, and Himmler is addressing all the German people, and they're all saluting. Sorry, I'm just like looking at it and it's so dark. So what I did was I create this really kind of unsettling tone, which is almost kind of major, and then I played a horn, playing Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles, and then I took that and stretched it, pitched it down, so you get this like super unsettling atmosphere whilst Himmler is giving a speech. And all the German people are like this. It's just, yeah, not many shows that, and I've had to watch this over and over again. It's just like, oh my god, give me some comedy. I'll go and watch some Kevin Hart or something to cheer me up. So yeah, so that's Deutschland, Deutschland stretched out. I think it works really well.
Yeah.
But I'm biased because I did it. I think this is in good shape. I just need to mix in the violins. See, oftentimes with this show, because the given is that it's an alternate history, so
right.
you know this is 1962, 63, or whenever, in the 60s. So, I mean, the Nazis have been in power for a long time already, 15 years or so, or plus. So often you can't, let me stop it, often you can't play the fact that it's creepy or it's just because it is unsettling, but because it's the norm, often the best way to do it is to make it even more unsettling and weird is to play it as if it's like a proud, you know, this is a good thing for there's a patriotic thing, which then automatically, as you know, good people, we go, oh my god, this is so unsettling and horrible.
Right.
So with this, so what's happening here is Smith is essentially being called up to the podium, you know, having saved the world, to be saluted by the German people and by the world, and they're all, you know, Sieg Heiling, and it's just so like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But what I chose to do was do this big, well not big, but this growing major chord, because it's from his point of view, and this is basically what he's been wanting for the whole 2 seasons, is the recognition and the power. And he's been in the struggle to move up the ladder, as it were. And this is not the moment for him, but it's definitely a huge moment for him. So if you play it like proud and regal and with brass and growing, it's like, I feel it's way better than being all like, oh, this is so weird and creepy and it should be evil and da-da-da and they're the Nazis. And if you play it the other way, it's like, oh my god, it's so unsettling.
Right.
So when you watch that 50 times, you go and have a good cry and you come back and you finish the cue. Dude, I mean, it does get me though sometimes. Sometimes I wonder why I'm in a bad mood.
Right.
And you go, well, I've been scoring Nazis for the past 6 months. You know what I mean? But the cool thing about this show, I can't really go into it because 1, I don't want to spoil it for you, and 2, I don't want to spoil it for anyone else who hasn't seen it. But you can do stuff that in no other shape or form would be acceptable.
Right.
So, for example, when in our world, something, I can't say what it is, and it's like that game Taboo when you're trying not to say the word, but when something happens that could possibly be like a good thing, in this show is the only show where that would be a bad thing.
Right.
So, you know, let's say, no, I can't say that because that'll give it away. But I'll say it with good and bad things. So, you know, if something happens that we'd be like, well, that's great, you know, that's better for everybody. But this, you play it as a bad thing, and it's like, oh my god, this is the only show you can do that. So oftentimes, I guess, having rambled on, the best way to play it as if it's reality, rather than playing it from the audience point of view, looking at this world that we have, hopefully, we'll never have to look at.
Well, in 1 week, we don't know.
Right, I know. Jesus. I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it.
Damn it, Dom.
I know. You were saying earlier, I've got to get my citizenship. But hopefully we never have to see this. But yeah, it's always better to play it as if it's the reality, as opposed to playing it from our point of view when we're like, well, this is a bunch of Nazis in America and that's wrong and that's bad. So this is one of those moments where it's just like, so I guess I can turn the audio on, right? Try watching that 20 times. That'll mess you up. No, I'm alright. I'm fine. Look at me. I'm laughing, joking, crying on the inside. The cool thing about this is I've been able to go... That's the climax of it. I've been able to go pretty... not gothic. I guess gothic's the right word. I touched on it at the end of season 1. Traditional harmony, you know, European classical harmony, and I guess I've treated Strauss being one of my favourite composers. I guess I've treated it more like that than very traditional.
Yeah.
Extensions and rubs and all kinds of cooler sides to traditional classical harmony. You don't often get to do that, but when you've got a load of guys in Nazi uniforms and you're in the Volkshalle in Berlin in 1960, a fake 1962 or a not real 1962, you can go a bit.
But I think you also have a bigger canvas than most composers have on TV shows. I think because it's a lot of music, and you're composing how many minutes?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Per how many minutes per episode?
How many minutes? 50. No, this particular episode is 50 minutes.
Wow.
It's just like.
And it's just a little over an hour, the whole runtime, right? So that's
normally an episode runs at about between 25 and 35 minutes, somewhere in that range, depending on how many songs they're using, and sometimes we use a song for a set piece instead of score.
Yeah.
And when I get the first cut of stuff and I see that there's a song in like a 5-minute piece or a 4-minute piece, I'm like, yes, thank you. But yeah, it's so cool to be able to write this show and kind of just do whatever. My brain's just a meltdown. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that yes, you're right. The canvas is very open, and I can be, I can put my classical hat on, and I can put my classically trained hat on, and I can sort of run with that, and mixing in some other cooler elements. But there's never anything that really sounds electronic.
No, not at all.
It all has to sound organic. Although it kind of can be electronic, as long as it has that organic quality.
Right.
That sounds really wanky. Organic, it's got to be organic. And I tend to say that a lot, and I catch myself doing it. But
when I review, I use the word organic. No, it
needs to be organic. Like that's
hipsters ruined it.
I know. Vegetables and milk are organic, not sounds. But I can't.
But in today's world, you have to use that word because everything is synthetic.
Everything has to be organic, man. It's got to be cool. But yeah, I mean, for want of a better word, I mean, it is. There's no real electronic stuff, and the most electronic I get is I took one of the signature Smith sounds. It's because we treat Smith really, really carefully on this show because he's so good at being so evil. The temptation is to, whenever you have some, well, I guess maybe I'm an amateur, but the temptation is to kind of, Nazi evil, get down there, mate. But we treat him very sparsely and sometimes don't even score him at all. But one of his signature sounds is taken from just piano feedback, like just the sound. I don't think I have a pedal noise on because it really annoys me in the middle of a cue, and you're like, "What's that? Ka-ching, ka-ching. What is that?" So I turn it off.
Oh yeah.
But what I did is get one of those ka-chinks and just mess with the feedback on I think it's an Echo Boy delay.
Right.
And you get this really unsettling. Wait, it's not soloed, so you're not going to get anything.
Yeah.
1 second. There we go. No. What are you doing, Lewis? Get your head in the game. Here we go. So it's this, and the original audio goes on for like 4 minutes. It just gets more aggressive. So one could say that was possibly electronic, but the original sound is a piano. It's just a piano pedal. So everything else is kind of traditional Western. I think we spoke about this before. It's kind of, you take the orchestra and you take the instruments from the orchestra and then you offset it slightly with some weird stuff that's made from those things that doesn't sound like those things.
Right.
And there's a lot, with the impending end of the world. We were just saying that, that use of the clock
ticking,
the ticking is such a great device for stuff like this.
Oh, I love it.
I don't think it's literal because it's not like an actual clock ticking.
Right. But it I don't know, it works very well with the editing, I think, too.
It does.
With the picture and I mean, it's a device used, in other films too, but it just, I think, with your sound on this. It absorbs into your style, and I think
Yeah.
it works.
It's been so helpful because you can just kind of like set your goalposts,
Yeah.
and then you've got your section to work in. I don't think I've got. These guys have been so useful on this show. The giant piano, which I think is just native instruments, but there's just. This is so many cues, but it's just that like.
Yeah.
Okay, what's gonna happen next? It's gonna build. So, I mean, they've been amazing. There's more piano effects. And that just, it's like, that's in itself a kind of ticking thing.
Yeah.
It's repetition.
Repetition.
And just build and build and build, you know, and Hans is the master of that stuff, you know. He kind of invented that for film music.
Mm-hmm.
Just these big long arcs where everything's getting bigger.
Right,
and
the
bigger.
builds. The Hans Zimmer build, yeah.
So effective. And, you know, what I've, obviously, working with him and learning from him, I've tried to take elements of that and then elements of the, you know, Mr. Powell and Mr. Jackman and all those, like,
Mm-hmm.
slightly more sort of classical people and mix it with a bit of Zim and me, and I guess you come up with this. You know,
Yeah, no, it's great.
I'd say that if I was going to stick my pin, my hat pin, I've gone mad. If I was going to stick a flag in what I thought sounded like me the most, it would be this show. And that may be because I'm playing the cello, or maybe because I'm starting to develop a sound.
Right.
I know we've spoken about this before. but
Yeah.
I think with everything I do, it does become. I start realizing that okay, you know that I've done. That sounds like me. That
Yeah.
sounds like me.
No, you have a sound and identity, and I think, yeah, for sure.
Because I'm at the point now where if it's starting to sound like somebody else, I go, whoa, 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 whoa.
Right.
No, I'm not doing that. I can't do that. There's been a couple of times on this show where it's like, can you get closer to this, or you know, as it is with everything.
Yeah.
It's just in modern day filmmaking, but I've tried to make a point of being like, no. This is, I will gladly integrate elements and take inspiration from these things, but copying is just not an option. I'm not going to do it. And I think that's important for everyone to maintain that mantra of not just like ripping the tempo, or, you know, getting as close to it without being sued, or it's just like it is difficult because there's so many people that get used to it. You know,
Absolutely.
and I've watched, you know, what are those, the round table with John and
The Hollywood Reporter
and Danny
ones.
Elfman, and they all say the same thing, and that's sometimes the temp is the bane of their life, because these guys get so attached to it, and it's there in the filmmaking process, and it's really difficult. And I guess my plea to everyone would be like, just get rid of it. Just like know who you want to score your stuff, and have faith and have trust that they're going to bring their A game. But the great thing about this being season 2 is that most of it's temp with me anyway. So.
Right, perfect.
So, and you know, it's been like 1 or 2 occasions where it's been tempting, and you go, well, I don't know what you want me to do with that. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
You know, it's always almost there. You know, you have to take it and tweak it. But unfortunately, this being episode 10, and you know, the climax, there's nothing from the season or last season where you can just take and be like, yeah, that'll work. It's all new stuff, which is why I'm dying a slow death at 1 in the morning. I'm surprised you're still going, mate.
Hey, I'm here, right here with you. So.
Yeah, it's just, you know, I think we're nearly done with this though.